Dakota calls this truck Takin Names. Jim Kaufman's in the lead at 295. Dan Valance is in second at 293. Fans, you are seeing the best of the best here today in Windsor, Colorado at the Rocky Mountain Nationals Truck and Tractor Pull. Thank you for coming out and supporting this great event. Ron Stone.
He doesn't know what they're not sure. They're going to take it back and try to see if they can get a better look at it and get it fixed.
Yep, this is Skylar Yancer. So what happens is they slide that out of the starting line a little bit. The tires really break free, and then when they hook up, they don't kind of hook up at the same time, Fred, on all six of those wheels, as Dan Lee affectionately pointed that out. They get the bouncing. So,
yeah, a four-wheel drive pulls a lot better when all four tires are on the ground. Just saying, there's a lot of daylight under all four of those tires on that run.
I hear a drive shaft loop for sure, Ron, wiggling around down there underneath.
Yeah, he was kind of at the rodeo.
He stuck with it. So now
probably going to feel that tomorrow as well.
Right now, you see some water getting put on the track. It is very difficult to keep a daytime track with sun and wind. That moisture on top. There's moisture underneath, as we have seen, but on top there, and we need that traction as a puller to get hooked up. So we're going to start seeing them probably put a little bit more water here. You know, we're used to starting at 7 o'clock back home, guys. You know, when the sun goes down, Fred, that moisture comes up.
This, for the track folks, is a nightmare. We used to do Nebraska State Fair, and we used to do 2 afternoon sessions. We learned not to put the horsepower on in the afternoon.
See, like here, though, we have to be done by 9 because of the local noise ordinance.
So we got to get them on here. That's what these folks come to see.
But I just want to explain to you fans why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, so they're rolling some water on. The thing is, a few of these classes, I mean, these guys are in excess of all kinds of horsepower.
So Justin Hoffman turned it down, Ron. He can come back if they can.
If they could get it figured out. Right now, we've got well over 50 years of pulling experience.
Yes.
In the seat of this next tractor, Gary Whip, last year's points champion, coming out of Frankfort, South Dakota. John Deere called Deere Fever.
Now, he took the win, basically, I'm going to say his hometown out of Madison, South Dakota, last weekend. And known the family for years. It was great to win in your home state. Everybody, the family and everybody's down.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. There for a minute. Did you hear that RPM come up on him?
And almost the exact same spot where Justin did.
Yeah. I'm going.
Must be just a little bit of a dry spot there where those big 30.5s. Again, big shout out to PDC Energy for their awesome sponsorship here this weekend of the Rocky Mountain Nationals Truck and Tractor Pull.
294.45 for Gary Whip and Deere Fever, last year's points champion. A little bit about this unlimited super stock class. They're all burning alcohol. They're all burning VP methanol. The engines in these tractors are all inline 6 cylinders, originally designed to burn diesel fuel.
Yeah.
Now they're all burning alcohol. Now you say, how do they do that? Well, custom heads are built for these machines, and of course they put a timing system, ignition system, and spark plugs in the heads, of course, so they can burn alcohol. These things are making around 5,000 horsepower. Unbelievable that a diesel 6-cylinder, the bottom end, can handle that much horsepower. It was never designed to even handle a fraction of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's when they break. I always say God never intended for these machines to produce the horsepower that they're producing.
And you can go with about any color on well, not all of them. But your red and green, when you get to your crankshaft and your pistons, they don't know any different.
Nope.
But that cylinder head and those turbos do, along with the fuel system.
All right, on our diesel truck side, the West Track, I've affectionately named as the Hillside side, Mike Meneke, Rambunctious is the name of his diesel truck out of Fort Lupton, Colorado. Hey, we got some locals. Are we close to Fort Lupton or Fort Luxton? Am I reading that right? I think it's Lupton. Lupton?
That's the way I saw it.
Now, folks, you see a little bit of water coming out the front of that. That's normal. That's the intercooler.
Yep, that's the tank up there.
Shoot that cold ice water into that motor as they're going down the track. So that's just full of ice. Those weight bars are just big water wagons, kind of. 273.77. So Jim Kaufman can't quit from Atwood, Colorado, continues the lead at 295. Dan Valance, the farm truck out of Mineral Wells, Texas, is in second. And Jason Wyges from Fort Morgan, Colorado, sitting in the third spot right now. We're not quite halfway through our 3.0 diesel class. Ron, how you doing, buddy?
We got a mean tractor coming up here. Brian Haug, the Big Temptation out of Centralia, Kansas. This tractor is pretty well known around the country, Fred.
Yep. This family I've known for many, many years. When we were farm pulling years ago, Elmer Haug and I were the young guys back then. I had an 05 Star Minneapolis Molini. He had a 930 case. I was just in the southern Nebraska. He was in northern Kansas. So we've been fighting it out for years till we separated divisions.
Trying to get past the mark set by Gary Whiff. 294.45 is the mark to be.
Now, they do have two tractors in this class. So I'm sure they were watching Fred and Ron and zooming back there. They might move a little weight around. You never know.
They're back to back. The next one goes right now. He went 287.33, came up short of Gary Whipp's mark.
Now, these guys used to run diesel. In a state organization we had, I was president back then. And some of the guys were wanting to run P-pumps. And one of the guys says, well, we'll give you guys P-pumps if the other guys can have alcohol. And that's when they have switched from the diesel to the alcohol. And Elmer says, I'm going to show you guys, I can beat you diesel guys with alcohol. Within 2 years, that black 970 case was untouchable. So since those years, they've been hard at it. So Dad and three sons, they've got a salvage yard in Kansas. It is Case and then International Harvester, and they've got a very successful parts business down there. So what are you guys said? What, we're back to back with those guys?
Yep.
Okay, that was Brian. That was the one son, and Rodney is the oldest son. So the old man doesn't get to drive tonight.
Right. Hey, the beautiful Lessons Learned truck out of Papillion, Nebraska. Cole Nodrigal, sorry. He needs to go 295. Come on, Cole. See what he's got. All right, Cole's going to come up a little bit short of the lead, but I'll get his distance here for you in a second. Now, you can really see they're coming up out of a hole down there at the starting line with the diesel trucks. It's really apparent, Fred, what you were talking about earlier. So coming up out of there to get hooked up. 269.55.
Now, one thing I've noticed here on the last three trucks, guys, they're getting a clean shot out of the hole. They aren't hopping like those first or two or three trucks did. They're getting out of their smooth.
Four-wheel drive trucks are known for, leveling out a track. We always follow you modified guys. You guys rip it all up, Fred.
Yeah. Jimmy Brackett pulled earlier. We was in Richland, Missouri, and he came up one night and he says, I learned something from you guys, Petch. And I says, really? I will never let you guys pull in front of anybody. You will be the dead last class of the night. Because, we like a bunch of gophers out there.
Cole Nottercole goes 269.55. Jim Kaufman, you are tough to beat, sir, with your Can't Quit truck out of Atwood, California, and first at 295. Dan Valance, who currently second in the Outlaw points, is second here tonight at 293.77. And Jason Wyges, 279.69. So right now our top three trucks were the first three pullers, not in that particular order, but maybe having that early hook did it. So is Hoffman back up here yet? No, this is our last hog tractor, right?
Yeah, and right now these first two tractors look like 7 feet apart.
Yep.
Right now.
That's how we like it. Again, thanks to all you fans for coming out today. Nothing makes us happy as announcers than all the compliments and how great we are. Everybody's been texting us saying probably the best announcers you've ever heard. No, I was just a joke. I was trying to make Ron laugh.
I haven't seen you look at a text all afternoon.
Just talking about the great hillside and seeing all you happy fans here.
Yeah,
and all
it's just absolutely cool.
It's awesome. Makes it worth it. I'm going to go home, back to Wisconsin tomorrow, Fred. I'm going to say Windsor, Colorado is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, for me, I'm lucky. I'm a little over 6 hours from home. I'm not too far. I'm right on I-80. Get on the road and head west.
Here we go. Rodney Haug. Brian Haug just went 287.33. This is Rodney out of Centralia, Kansas, the Little Temptation.
Now, I had a feeling, Ron, they were going to move some weight back. I didn't want to say it they did.
And that boy knew when to shut that thing off. He brought her down easy.
Yep.
3:03.25 for the lead. Rodney Haug, the Little Temptation, moves into the top spot with that hook.
Nice job. Look at Mark Ulmer. He's like super guy.
I was getting ready to say, we've got a veritable legend out there helping.
A legit legend, not like Fred Legend.
Get
like
tractors off the track and keep the pace going here, keep things moving.
He's just legend status.
Legend status.
Just legend status. Yeah.
All right, fans, over there on the west side, the hillside side, Dalen Bell, the trailer Trendz out of Tuscumbia, Missouri.
This is your current points leader in the class. He has a 1-point lead over Dan Balance in the farm truck.
And Dan's in second right now at 293. Dan's in second at 293. Beautiful wrap on this tractor. Got some Hartz Diesel stuff on there. They're the Super Farm sponsor as well. Ooh, I'm guessing 280 something, Ron. I don't know. I don't know if he's out there in his 290s or not.
Amazing how much shade the exhaust of these diesel pickups provides us for just a few seconds after they hook.
$281.9. That's going to move him into fourth place. Dan Balance is currently sitting in second place. No, that's going to move him into third. Excuse me. That's going to move him into the third spot. Jim Kaufman's in first at 295 with Can't Quit. Dan Balance is in second with the farm truck at 293. Dalen Bell just moved into third at 281.9. So that 1 point that Dan needed to get back into the points tie is now there. Now what Dan is hoping for is some other competitors get in between him and Dalen.
Graham Tire is your source for American-made Goodyear farm tires featuring Titan LSW technology. LSW tires provide track-like performance, even in adverse conditions. With 24-hour tire service and a large selection of used tires and wheels, Graham Tire is committed to keeping you running. Visit www.grahamtire.com to find a location near you.
Frosted Frog, our mission is to offer quality, durable, reasonably priced coolers suitable for any occasion. They come in a variety of sizes that are perfect for everything, from vacations, social gatherings, and fun summer events to the toughest conditions of a hard day's work. So stay frosty by visiting our website, www.frostedfrog.com, and choose from the great variety of colors and sizes we carry today.
So Fred just told me Justin Hoffman's on the clock, kind of like Sydney Summers was there towards the end of our limited pro class, Ron.
Initially, when I went out and asked John, which is Justin's dad, what was going on, he was reaching in, he was checking the belt on the injection pump and such. And I asked him what happened. He said, we don't know. So they were trying to figure it out. And not a whole lot of time to do so. There were only 3 tractors went down the track after they pulled. So.
All right, fans, over there on the hillside side, the chain smoker out of Glen Elder, Kansas, Jimmy Deverman, excuse me. Jim Kaufman, our second puller of the class, continues to lead. 5 more 3.0 diesel trucks, then we got a couple 3.6 diesel trucks, and then Fred's going to do some modified pulling. I definitely think we have ourselves somebody in the top 3. So, see, this is what Dan Valance wants, because there's 12 feet between him and Dalen Bell. Before this truck, they were tied for the points because they had a 1-point thing. But I don't know if Jimmy is a points in a member or not. $289.58. That's going to move him into 3rd place, ahead of Dalen Bell. Next up, we'll have Cody Young, and his truck is called Resurrection.
Check out the new Farmall series of tractors from Case IH. Can Do comes in red. Whether you're leading parades, clearing brush, digging fence posts, raking, pulling hay rides, tilling, landscaping, lifting, mowing, plowing driveways, spreading seed, or baling hay, Can Do comes in red with a new Farmall series from Case IH. Go see them at caseih.com, or better yet, go to your local Case IH dealer. Fred, when was the last time you went to the Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky?
Oh, gosh, probably 15 years ago.
Has it been that long? It's been
every
15
year
years
since
ago.
83 up to a certain time. It always conflicted with work. I'd be in Kentucky, then I had to jump an airplane and head to Arizona every time. I got too old. I just went to Arizona.
Now, the Farm Machinery Show is more than just an ag show. They have one heck of a tractor pull there. They've been having pulls there since how far back? The 60s, right?
Yeah. I used to know all that information, but way back. And I love going back and seeing some of the old pictures. Now, the first year we was there, and you've been there, they did not have where the track is. That was not that low. And we were sitting on wood bleachers. And the next year, they extended the amount of bleachers. I think they put 10 extra rows of bleachers in. And that was back.
Did you ever go before they had the smoke machine?
No.
Okay.
I don't go back that far. Stone.
So, folks, if you want to go to the Farm Machinery Show, the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, and watch all 6 sessions of championship truck and tractor pulling, go to outlawpulling.com and enter the Case IH Ultimate Outlaw Pulling Fan Contest. We're going to send 4 people 2 grand prizes, 2 trips for 2 to the 2023 National Farm Machinery Show Championship Truck and Tractor Pull. All expense paid, all the tickets for all 6 sessions. Just go to outlawpulling.com and enter today.
If you've never been there, the show itself's great, and then the tractor pull is just phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to sneak back there one of these days, but I've had conflicts the last few years during those dates.
Cody Young and Resurrection coming up next. Don't forget, fans, if you want some Outlaw merchandise, right at the top of the hill, Dalton, with the Outlaw trailer. We have some beer money stuff up there by the food stands as well, and our yellow trailer. Get up there and get a hat or a T-shirt. Cody Young, Resurrection. Going to get Cody's distance here for you in a second. He's not going to shake up that top 3, but still a good run there for him, sir. And then we're going to go Jason Wayman, our title sponsor of this class. AJ Eiler and then Craig McElfish are the last 3 pullers in this class.
Justin Hoffman not going to be able to make the call and come back in the unlimited super stock class. The first place is going to go to Rodney Haug, the Little Temptation. Your number 2 puller in the class, Gary Whip and Deer Fever. Number 3 is Brian Haug, and of course 4th is Justin Hoffman. Folks, give a round of applause to our unlimited light super stocks.
Cody Young's going to go 265.49. Jason Kaufman can't quit, still hanging on to that top spot at 295. The farm truck, Dan Valance, in second at 293. Jimmy Deverman, the chain smoker, in third at 289. Dalen Bell, 281.9 in fourth. And then Jason Weiges with EPA approved in your fifth spot right now with 3 trucks left to go. Man, it's awesome to look out these stands and see all you fans out there chilling on the hillside. Like I said, there's food up there. There's beer up there. There's soda. There's water. There's ice cream. Ron and I had some street tacos yesterday. Those were delicious. That's why we are so skinny.
But we had fruit ice cream.
We did have fruit ice cream.
Phenomenon up there. So
Phenomena.
We are dessert.
From Sesame
Phenomena.
Street. Phenomena.
If I say that 5 times real fast.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
So you guys were cruising around when the rest of us were working in the pits.
Now you can say that, but it was true. No, we were promoting.
We were promoting.
I'd like to clarify something here while you got a minute. Is you guys been always giving me this deal about the legend thing?
Yep.
Tell the story about the Young Guns and the Legends. This is how this all got started.
Yeah.
So that's your deal, Stone.
The Young Guns are. And then we started calling these guys
the Young Guns, and we started a Legends series. But a lot of you Legends are kind of shy. I mean, Fred, you're not, but it's hard to get some of these Legends, these guys, to even talk about themselves. So we have to ambush them like Jason does and walk right into their trailer and ambush them to get them to do an interview.
That sounds like a diesel super to me, Ron.
Yep. But
we need Rodney Haug up here to the announcer's trailer.
Yeah, I think those guys just took off over the hill.
Well, they got to keep them moving or it gets log jammed back here. So, Rocky Mountain Nationals truck and tractor pull first year. Life is good, beautiful weather. A lot of the pullers came out a couple of days, got to go up in the mountains and check it out. Great facility here in Windsor, Colorado. Jason Wayman, the Megatron out of Novinger, Missouri, our title sponsor of this class. Yeah. He owns No Way Man Diesel.
No Way Man Diesel Performance. You're looking for diesel performance parts. You need some work done. Check them out at No Way Man Diesel. Check them out online or their Facebook page at No Way Man Diesel.
Hi, Doug.
The overall winner for the weekend in the Unlimited Superstock class was the Little Temptation. Rodney drove it this afternoon, and Elmer drove it last night. But the Little Temptation is the overall winner, and Rodney is the winner tonight. So we need Rodney Haug. Whenever he gets time, I know he's heading back to the pits, but we need him up here to sign the banner and get his tool set.
They set out back here for 10 minutes and just left. So,
we were waiting for Hoffman. Sorry for that.
So, well, that's
story of my life, bad timing.
I just kind of feel like he yelled at us a little bit.
He did. I felt a little.
Come on, guys, pay attention. What do we got going on up here?
Yeah, get a little cranky.
Jason Wayman, the Megatron, out of Novinger, Missouri. The crowd's excited, Ron. Either somebody's throwing out free T-shirts or they like what they saw on the track.
Them guys are laying down some nice passes.
The lead is 295.61. Jim Kaufman, he can't quit. 305.88. Well, we have ourselves a new leader by about 10 feet, 305.88. Put your hands together, Windsor. Make some noise. Hey, Gord.
What a ride.
Gord,
Looking good.
are they holding up okay, or are they getting warm still?
Big thanks to Diesel Performance Engineering, your number one choice for diesel competition and street performance. Diesel Performance Engineering, DPEfuel.com.
Still got one more battery for the 360, so I'll use that. I can run get the chargers. We're almost done. We are? We got the 360s on the other side.
Yeah, big round of applause for Jason Wayman. Just took the lead.